One thing I ask, Psalms 27, and we are focused on verse 4. One thing I ask of the Lord, this thing only I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. When I look at this verse, the first thought that came to my mind is that it is a very romantic word. Do you think the word is romantic? I think so lah, huh? Can you imagine Boon Ho telling Pek Ling, one person only I look for. Wow, Boon Ho. I don't know whether Pek Ling will faint or not. I mean, I look at this word, very, to me it's very sentimental. It's very lovey-dovey kind of phrase, So the psalmist say, only one thing, my only one desire, one thing I seek, one thing I ask from the Lord, I may dwell in the house of God all the days of my life. Now, what is the context of these sentimental words? When you look at the context of that psalm, it wasn't sentimental, no. It's not sentimental at all. It's not like, the psalmist was playing his harp, sitting somewhere looking at the beautiful sunset or what, It wasn't like that. If you read the context of that psalms, actually these were some of the things that appear in that psalms. Evil men advance against me. Enemies and foe attack me. An army is already set up and they are chasing after me and they are trying to capture me and so forth. So while these words were very, very sentimental on surface, if you just lift up one phrase, it sounds sentimental. Actually, David spoke these words in a very troubled, very dangerous setting. And I think, don't know whether trouble setting make us say this kind of word or not lah. But he didn't say, one thing I ask, that God destroy all my enemy, which will be much more correct lah, isn't it? In the context that his enemy is there, pursuing him. Or David could have said, one thing I ask, that God deliver me from all harm and all danger. David also logically could ask this kind of thing, but he did not. He said, one thing I seek and one thing I ask, I want to dwell in the house of God forever. I'm sure all of us ask for things from God. God or not? Yes. But let me ask this question. Has any one of us asked, Lord, there's only one thing I want, to dwell in your house forever? I think no, if you ask me. I think we seldom. When we are in challenging situation, we ask, God, heal me. God, help the doctor do a good operation, don't make any mistake. God, I'm going to meet this client, help me close the deal. God, I'm going to sit for this exam, help me score A. God, I pray that what I study will come out in the exam paper. God, I pray that my daughter-in-law giving birth now will have a safe delivery. You understand what I'm trying to say? We ask for many things. Whether good season or bad season, we ask for many things. And I dare say, very few actually pattern after the psalmist's desire. Only one thing I ask to dwell in the house of God forever. Yes. And I think that is something that we should be thinking about. It is like I run to God. It's my desire. It's what I seek. He is my first of all. He is what I think of. The first thing I think of. Yeah. Whether in times of sunshine or in times of rain. We have younger people sitting in this hall and we have older people sitting in this hall. Because when I was preparing this message, I thought to myself, I say, younger people will ask this question or older people will ask this question? I don't know lah. Huh? I think age don't really play a point lah, a factor that will sort of determine what kind of question we ask. I think it's more the condition of our heart will determine what we actually want from God. The condition of our heart. Yeah. And the sad thing is, many people seek the gifts. Gifts. Many people seek the gifts, but few seek the giver. Many people seek the gifts, but few seek the giver. How would God feel? How does God feel when we seek the gifts, when we seek the blessing rather than the blessor, the one who bless? How would God feel when His sons and His daughters come before Him more interested in what we can get than interested in the one who is sitting there who wants to give? Sometimes we send up invitation, wedding invitation, and then our friends say, "Hey, sorry, cannot come." 冇相干嘅，人嚟冇相干嘅，紅包嚟就得啦。Whether you come or not come for my wedding dinner doesn't matter, but make sure you send me the ang pao. I think if we hear like this, the guy who say that he cannot come up will feel very sad lah, isn't it? Yeah, because you seem to be more interested in the ang pao than my presence to celebrate with you or to rejoice with you, in whether it's a special birthday celebration or special, wedding celebration. And I think the challenge comes to each one of us. This question: has any one of us asked, Lord, there's only one thing I want, to dwell in your house forever? Of us. And really, this is our ultimate destiny, so to speak, Yeah? On earth, in this life, I think that it is not a reality that we can dwell in the house of God forever. Isn't it? It's not a reality. Whether it is now or even in David's time. David's time lagi teruk because there's only one temple. Right? There's only one tabernacle. So to dwell in the house of the Lord forever, he has only one place, There's only one tabernacle. In today, at least we say we are in the church, we are in the house of God. So you got more choices, You got a church here, you got a church here, But still, it is not a practical thing. In reality, cannot happen one. How to dwell in the house of God forever? Does it mean that I don't have to work? Does it mean that I don't have to go back to my family? Yeah. So it's actually not practical one in one sense. But irregardless of the practicality of such a request, that I want to dwell in the house of God forever, behind it is actually that desire to be with God. And that I want to remind each of us. We should know already, but I like to remind each one of us, one day that is actually our destiny, to be in the presence of God forever. When I make a statement like this, I don't know what you are thinking in your heart Jason Fong say one day I have been in the presence of God forever. I don't want. Could that be one of the response? Could that be something that's in our heart? Or, Jason Fong say one day I will be in the house of God forever. When can I be in the presence of God forever? Okay, so I've given you two scenarios. One is, scary. What to do? Nothing to talk, with God. 2-3 sentences, I got nothing else to say, So how? Or, I can't wait to be in the presence of God forever and ever. This morning, when I spoke to the Chinese congregation, I say this, and let me say in Cantonese, then I say it in English, 如果上帝係個陌生人 stranger， 如果上帝係個陌生人呢，同上帝永久嘅喺埋一齊呢，係一個好恐怖嘅事情。If God is a stranger, to spend eternity with God can be a horrifying situation. 如果上帝係我哋嘅愛人，唔係陌生人not a stranger. If God is my lover, then to spend eternity with God will be our greatest desire. And that is actually very, very cutting. C-U-T-T-I-N-G. It should cut inside us and make us think a lot.